Back when I was 13 and in middle school, I made a friend. And at some point, that friend told me about a game called Fire Emblem Awakening. My first thought was, ooh, I love that art style, and oh, that's that series where Marth from Smash comes from. So I was like, screw it, why not? I'll buy it. And I did. And I got hooked. Ever since then, I've been playing Fire Emblem pretty much non-stop. Every time a new Fire Emblem came out, from Fates to Echoes to Three Houses to Engage, I played them. And eventually I also ended up playing most of the older games. By now I've played all of the games except for FE1 to FE5. And Radiant Dawn. I've played Path of Radiance, but I haven't gotten around to Radiant Dawn yet. Don't worry, I'll play it, I swear. I know how beloved it is. And out of all of the Fire Emblem games that I've played so far, Fire Emblem Fates is probably the one I've played the most. Fire Emblem Fates has a very divided fanbase. Some people like to dog on it for its lackluster story and inconsistent characterization, while others love it for its incredibly detailed gameplay. The amount of customization options you have available to you thanks to the reclass system and Children gives Fates so much replayability that I've easily put over 300 hours of playtime in it by now. However, most of that time comes from playing Conquest. It's pretty much universally agreed upon that out of the 3 Fates games, Conquest has by far the best map designs. Instead of shoveling snow for 20 turns straight or playing 20 route maps in a row, you get enemies with terrifying skills to apply pressure from all sides, forcing you to play swiftly yet carefully. There's a good reason why, to some people, Conquest is even considered a contender for one of the best games in the series when it comes to gameplay. However, this love for Conquest has led to many of us becoming neglectful towards the Birthright cast. Sure, we all know that Ryoma is broken. But is Ryoma actually broken, or is it just that Birthright is too easy? Okay, let's be honest, of course Ryoma's broken. He has 1-2 range, an outrageous stat spread, good growths, he's a royal, a great class set. Ryoma is crazy. But why don't we find out just how crazy he is, and how good the other Birthright units can be in Conquest? In this playthrough, I plan to find just that out. Welcome to Conquest, but with Birthright units. So like, Conquest. Birthquest, yeah, that works. Welcome to Birthquest! I'd like to thank AzureFEF on gamebanana for making this mod. I'm gonna link the mod in the description. For the first 5 chapters, you're going to be hearing me voicing over my recordings of the chapters, with only a couple snippets of the real-time audio recorded. However, starting from chapter 6, that will be changed. With that being said, I hope you enjoy the video, and thank you so much for watching my very first Fire Emblem video. And just like that, Hard Classic Birthquest begins. Stupid name, but who cares? I'm not playing Lunatic. I just played Lunatic the other day, and I am not doing that again. I'm still cooked as fuck from that. Regarding the build of our Corn, though, we are gonna go for female Corn, because I want Jacob. Because Jacob is great, and broken, and I love Pal and Jacob too. Build-wise, I'm actually not too sure at this point, but I end up deciding for a Dragon talent, so we can later have, a Wyvern Lord later on in the game. I actually spent a bit of time debating the boon. I think about going for a magic boon to go for Malik Knight, but end up settling on a strength boon to go for the good or reliable Wyvern Lord strat. The main reason why I'm doing that is because Birthright does not have a lot of Wyvern units. All they have is Scarlet as far as I remember. So yeah, I kind of just settle for the strong and lucky strat. The prologue starts, and I'm not sure if anything's going to be different. It's not, so we just kind of skip through that. And then chapter 1 starts. For this, I'm going to let my live reaction play. I'm going to be honest, I have absolutely no idea if anything in the prologue is even remotely different. Oh shit! Oh shit, it is! Hi, Ryoma! Alright, good to see you, man. So, we're dealing with Ryoma, aren't we? Alright. Let's give it a shot. Feels cursed, but okay. Okay, Xander in the dialogue, though. That's funny. And there comes the Dragon Vein. For some reason, when Ryoma triggered the Dragon Vein, I turned off animations and shit just started lagging like absolutely crazy. I'm honestly not sure why, but it's alright. It's just chapter 1. This stuff is pretty negligible. All you have to know is it went decently, we got a level up, and it was certainly a level up. Just like that, Chapter 2 starts, and we see our first new units, both as enemies and on our squad. First and foremost, we got Charlotte as an enemy, and yeah, we're kind of fucked by her personal skill, but we'll get to that. First of all, Reyna! She's gonna be the Jagen of this route, which is fun, or at least for the prologue, you know, if you know what happens to Gunter, then yeah. But Charlotte is actually kind of problematic because of her personal skill. Ah, that's bad! We're all female! So for now, let's just do this the old-fashioned way. We're gonna use the Dragon Vein to just turtle the shit out of this map. Just like that, everyone gathers in the middle. And most importantly, we're gonna be baiting out Kaze with Jacob as soon as we can, while baiting out the right side, or sorry, the left side, with Corrin. Reyna's gonna be bolt stancing, so we get dual strikes. It's not enough to kill Kaze, unfortunately, but Corrin at least fares pretty well. Or at least I thought she would, but she ended up not killing either. Still, it's alright. Luckily, if Jacob kills Kaze, there's not going to be anyone else who can hit him, and Corrin herself is also only going to get hit by the Myrmidon. Charlotte can't reach, since she went up there to dual strike with Kaze. We pluck the hole to the right with Reyna. She obviously takes care of the Myrmidons, with no trouble whatsoever. And here they come. Immediately we take out the Samurai with Jacob. He gets a level up, and it's decent strength, can't complain. And we immediately see Charlotte's personal skill coming into play, with her dealing a hefty 11 damage to Corrin if she hits. Still, we should be happy that she's using a Bronze Axe, so at least the crit isn't gonna happen. And we take her out easily enough during the enemy phase, so we can't complain. We get another level up, and we get Strength, Speed, and Defense, which is a great level up, so yet again, we cannot complain about that whatsoever. We take out Charlotte with a Swift Ganglari swing, and that's it for Chapter 2. Chapter 3! God, love to see the Han Suicide chapter. This is gonna be great. And what the fuck is going on with Omozu? Huh. Now that I look at it, all their graphics are kinda... Oh, they're really fucked up. Huh. So for this map, Reyna kinda sucks. We don't get Gunter's personal skill to boost Corrin even higher. We don't get the defense boost or anything like that Gunter's pair-up gives Corrin. Instead, all we get from the Reyna pair-up is a few points of speed. And skill and luck, of course, but the speed that we get isn't even enough to double, or to not get doubled, because we already don't get doubled. So the pair-up is kinda useless. Of course we still end up going for it because the +1 move is nice, but Gunter would do the same thing, which proves once more that the difference is really abysmal. It's honestly just a downgrade at this point. Reyna is of course a better unit than Gunter all around, but let's be honest, it's not like we're gonna be using her anyway. We don't get Gunter back until chapter, what was it, 15, 16? Either way, I take out the few units on the right, look at the archers, and immediately I go, hell no, because I never do the right side. I always just go for the south and let Gunter kill himself against the archers and samurai. So that's what I do over here too. I immediately send all my units down to trigger the Dragon Vein at the bottom, and hopefully take out the guys to the right. Now, funnily enough, Reyna with the Corrin pair-up can actually one-round the archer. But still, there was not really a reason for me to do so. So while it was an option, and I was considering it, I settled on not doing it to instead give the XP to Jacob and Corrin, because I figured that'd be more important for now. Now combined, these two will do 31 damage. With the Jacob pair-up, we might not get any defense, but thanks to Jacob's personal skill, we take -3 damage, which gives Corrin an active 11 defense, meaning we take 22 defense, or have 22 defense, so we should easily be able to take both of those hits. Until... Oh, shit! I guess it doesn't matter. That's the good thing about it being the prologue. Sure, bye Reyna. So yeah, if that wasn't telling enough, I am very good at Fire Emblem. They don't know what's coming their way. The rest of the chapter is incredibly negligible. We take out both the archer next to Omozu, and we take out the Pegasi with no trouble at all, since they only deal 1 damage to Corrin with the Jacob pair-up. We end up feeding the kills to Jacob, and Jacob actually gets a decent bit of XP from that, which is always nice. But, of course, that does not matter too much in the grand scheme of things. But still, we take what we can get. We then rush straight to the forts and heal Jacob, and have Jacob heal Corrin in turn. Jacob gets another level up, HP, Strength, and Skill, can't complain. And then we rush in to kill Omozu. Of course this is a bit harder without Rinka, but we end up just... No, not Rinka. Of course this is a bit harder without Reyna, but we end up just enemy phasing with Jacob to get the debuff and the dual strike with Corrin. And then Corrin has a 54% chance of going for lethal, which she does hit. That's of course great. Corrin gets a pretty good level up, we cease, and we end the chapter. Chapter 4 starts, and as you can see, the damsel in distresses in this route are Camilla and Elise. The problem with this is that Elise does not have a Festal Staff. So while Camilla, even just as a Wyvern rider, is still bulky as hell, Elise doesn't have a way to heal her, because she can't move and she can't heal at 2 range. So they're in a slightly worse spot than they originally are, and we don't really have a way to get to them in time to get the concoction that you can get by talking to Hinoka/Camilla. So instead, I just sent Kaze up, pair Charlotte up with Corrin, and progress this chapter normally. The good thing about this is that Xander is a lot slower than Ryoma, and therefore won't be able to double and just obliterate the enemies in the same way that Ryoma does, stealing all the XP on this map. So we can just pop the Dragon Bane and take this a bit slower. Now at this point I consider just letting Xander run ahead and weaken all the Faceless, with Corrin staying behind and getting the kills. But I ended up deciding against it. Of course, this wouldn't be Chapter 4 without a unit just stealing XP. The thing is, while Xander might not be able to double, he can still, kill when we do chip damage. So I end up just being like, fuck it, I don't want to do this over again, so I just kind of settle for it. At this point, not only does the Faceless on the mountain start to reach Elise slowly but surely, but Camilla also gets ganked up on by a bunch of Faceless, which end up taking her down, before we can even reach the Dragon Bane to somehow clear the path for Xander and us and our own units. Therefore, our concoction is well and truly lost. The way we take out the Faceless is pretty much the exact same as in regular Conquest Chapter 4, or regular Chapter 4 in Fates, and that's why we're skipping most of this. Just moving Corrin closer to the mountains, preparing to put her onto the mountain tile to bait out one Faceless at a time, keeping Kaze in the back to debuff them and give Corrin an easier time to kill them. Corrin reaches level 7, and she has a pretty subpar level up. No speed, no strength, but at least she got defense. We end up weakening the final boss on this map with Kaze, and then just going for the kill with Corrin, which of course we get. And that's the end of Chapter 4, nice and quick. Alright, we start Chapter 5, and while we may not keep her, we do have Elise for this chapter instead of Sakura. So, -3 damage taken, +1 damage dealt to anyone she's next to. We immediately sent Wyvern Corrin to the left, or not Wyvern, Dragon Corrin to the left to tank the Steel Sword mercenaries. And then we just kind of send everyone so they're close by. It's really easy for Corrin to just tank them, so the left side is honestly the least of our worries. Corrin swiftly dispatches of one of them in the enemy face, the second one in the player face. Meanwhile on the right we have one Wormslayer soldier and one mage. So of course we retreat. Next turn on our player face we one-shot the Wormslayer guy with our Dragon Corrin. How many times am I going to say Wyvern? We sing for Corrin and have him also take out the Dark Mage. We want Corrin to get as much XP here as possible since she's the unit that's going to stay with us for Chapter 7, or Chapter 6 onward. We pair up Kaze and Charlotte, send Kaze down to tank the first mage, and as soon as that mage is aggroed, the reinforcements are going to spawn, but luckily on hard mode they're not nearly as overwhelming as on Lunatic, so I'm pretty sure that I will be able to deal with them somehow. We move Corrin out of the range of both the Dark Mages and the soldiers, move Kaze so that he's still in the range of the one singular Dark Mage on the outside, is also buffed by Elise's personal, and then we just kind of end our turn and let Kaze destroy that Dark Mage. Kaze gets a level up, which, you know, okay. It's a decent one. He gets strength and HP. Not good, but at least gets strength, so we can't really complain. Now I'm marking the 2 Dark Mages on the side, since I plan on taking out all 3 of those units in the middle of this turn. Now at this point I assume that I have to risk the 76 2-hit with Charlotte, so Corrin won't be in the danger zone. If Corrin attacks to the east or the south of the Wyvern Slayers, she'll be in the range of another wave of enemies, that being the 2 Dark Mages, both the top one if I can take her out, and the bottom one. So I decide to try and clean up that northern tile by killing the Dark Mage with Charlotte. And missing.
Oh, I missed!
After some consideration, I try sending Corrin down to take down the Wormslayer guy, and of course they do. We sing for Corrin with Azura. Azura also gets her first level up, which is neat. And we have Corrin take down that guy once more. Now, what kind of sucks is that the Dark Mage is still alive, but I decide to just kind of corner them in, because I'm pretty sure that anyone can tank that. And we somehow managed to make it through. In hindsight, maybe I should have transferred Kaze onto Elise and seen if that was enough to kill, but you know what they say, hindsight's 20/20. Corrin kills another Dark Mage, we sing for her, and then we send her down to take out another Dark Mage. Elise heals Corrin, and of course that means that the last Dark Mage is not going to be able to OTK, that'd be crazy. Next turn we kill the Dark Mage with Corrin, and then all that's left is the final boss of the chapter, who's obviously going to go to Corrin. More XP. Yes, please. We heal Corrin up a bit more with Elise, and then just send her down. For a second I considered training Azura to level 36, but then I'm like, fuck, no, I'm not sitting for 6 hours or whatever, just singing. I am not doing all that. So instead I just rush straight down and decide to give it a good shot. Corrin does very good damage against this mask guy, or cloaked guy I suppose. As she always does, no matter the run. So all that's left is for us to kill the mask guy with Corrin, and we are officially done with the common route. Next is Chapter 6, where we'll be picking Conquest. And now that the game is properly started, we're gonna stop with the voiceover and start with the actual live commentary. Hope you enjoy!
You poor thing.
How the fuck did he get there so quickly? Alright, we've done it.
You're not hurt, are you?
Alright. We fight with Nor! Except we don't fight with Nor, we fight with Oshido, but like in Nor. I know what I must do. Ryoma! Withdraw your troops. And then fight by my side in like 10 chapters. Alright.
Allow me to join you.
Hi Jacob, welcome back.
I've been waiting for this.
We're about to fuck this guy up. So we got Camilla paired up with Leo.
Stay strong.
Pair up gives +3 res.
You have my support.
Let's go.
Alright. Oh, I should turn animations back on. Now that we're actually in the proper game. Let's do that.
I'm with
So,
you.
Leo
Is there a plan?
can't really take out
We're not
these
alone.
guys. How about with, you know, yeah, there we go.
My foe is yours. Defeated by an inferior.
One down.
I'm here to help.
Well, how irksome.
Let's
You'll be alright.
Be careful.
weaken Jacob for some chip XP.
Ready for this?
Then we'll transfer Takumi to Corrin, and then we'll just kill her with a well-aimed
Let's
shot.
go.
Unless Corrin can... Wow.
I'll
Pressing.
protect you.
Yoink. She mega dead.
Here I am.
That's good.
Don't forget me.
Okay. It's Camilla down. Now we got Flora. Oh, Flora replaces Yukimura, okay. Interesting. So, for now we'll just focus on healing. Alright.
Show no mercy.
Ogi! This is actually totally fine, because even if he does somehow hit us, what the fuck? We're in vantage range. Surely he's not gonna hit us again. Wait, what? Ryoma doesn't have... I did not realize Ryoma does not have vantage in this. What the fuck? He's a samurai. He's not just a samurai, he's a fucking sword master. Oh, okay, but he has dueling strike, yeah. That makes up for it. Okay, let's Ryoma his ass. Ogi!
So careless.
Alright. Ryoma killed Ryoma. Very good, very good.
Allow me to join you. You may rely on me.
Ah, shit. That wasn't supposed to. Okay, whatever.
Help is coming. I see the enemy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. Just wanted to be
I'll
sure.
back you up.
Oh no!
She has rescue? Curious.
Up a lip.
Step up a lip.
Let's have at it. I see the enemy.
I forgot he said that shit. Step up a lip.
Not again.
Transfer. Ah, shit. I didn't mean to give him Takumi. I meant to give him corn. Itobe. Well.
Keep it together.
Ow. Now I think I prefer to feed the kill to Corn. I can chip XP. Let's do that. Let's get chip XP with Corn and then get the kill with Jacob. Ow. And that's the end of the map. Alright.
Go on.
It's gonna be very interesting to play around with the different aura skills instead of Rose's Thorn. Like the 2 range but less increase is gonna be very interesting to be playing around with. And now we are officially in Conquest. Birthquest, yeah, that's what it was. So now that we are in Birthquest, we can build these bad boys. That's right. We got the armory and the rod shop. I'm actually gonna buy the rod shop first so I can buy tonics and a heart seal for Jacob. Because I feel like I'm gonna need Paladin Jacob if I'm gonna do this. Now about the path bonuses. I might use the Dread Scrolls and Evan Wings, but if I do, it's only gonna be on classes that are already promoted. Because I feel like getting the XP gain of a regular class on a promoted on a promoted class, or a class that is on the same level as a promoted class at least, is what makes them so busted. And the boots are obviously also busted. But so I'm not gonna use those or Dragon Herbs. But I do really like the Dreadfighter and Ebonwing class in general. So who knows? Maybe if I use Orochi, for example, I'll make her a Dark Flyer at some point once she becomes a Diviner. No promises though. Gokon, Jacob, C support. That's weird, everyone's already seen this one. Alright. Everyone here is pretty much still doing the same. So let's get the heart seal. Oh, we can buy rescue! That's gonna be beautiful. So immediately buying that bad boy. I'm actually not sure about the thresholds. I'll have to look into those. See if I need any tonics. Oh, shit. I don't know if I'm gonna reclass Jacob just yet. I probably won't. I'll probably wait for the next chapter, because the extra healing and the dagger debuffs are very nice. So for now, I'll try just beating this with Jacob as a butler. Oh yeah, I'll clarify this once more. This is not an Iron Man. I do not have the skill for that. That requires too much thinking that I just do not have the capacity to handle. Okay. So we're dealing with 9. Jacob pair up would push us up to 14, so with a speed tonic I could hypothetically double them if I wanted to, which I don't honestly. I think the Dragonstone is just going to be the better option. What I'm curious about is if I should put Jacob over here. I know, you might be thinking, oh, Alex, you've played 300 hours of this game, you said, so why the fuck are you thinking about this? It's because I'm bad at Fire Emblem. Like, yeah, I played it a lot, that doesn't mean I'm good at it. Alright. Let's give it a shot. Unless I somehow severely miscalculated. I also think Jacob will be fine. Pair up guys to this. Oh shit, I forgot Poison Strike! Ah! It's okay, it's only a 73. He's gonna dodge, 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 he's gonna fuck!
Dash it all.
We'll get him next time.